Welcome back to another episode of Shadowrun. Today we continue to owe favors to Auntie Cheng. We're still looking for a foster parent. This mic is a little too loud, so if you excuse me, I'm gonna fix that. Oh my god. Wow. Alright. So, let's begin. Continue, right? So I got a little sore reading a lot, so I might be a little limited with the reading. I'll see how I feel. I'll try to read the most important parts, and and we gotta go downstairs and talk to our new friend, and before we head on to our next mission, which is the museum. Those are our first three missions, and I want to meet this guy later on, but yeah, we'll do the museum. Let's see what our people downstairs have to tell us. This guy, Gaichu. Looks like the guy likes this place. It's dirty, has cockroaches, it's messy. He has a place to lay down. So he's moving boxes around. You enter. So he looks at me. Welcome to my sanctuary, Wild Phoenix. I apologize for the lack of light, but as I did not need it, Gobbet took the balls for use elsewhere. Gaichu puts down the box that he's in the process of moving, bows his head. How can I be of assistance? I just wanted to see how you were settling in. I'm among those who can make use of my services and who are not attempting to claim the bounty on my head. Is that not enough for now? Any thought about that last run? I confess, the purpose of our little adventure in Wuxing Sky Tower eludes me. While in Japan we have a notion on my Yodo, a method of controlling ki, it relies on ritual and incantation to banish unruly spirits. Feng Shui, on the other hand, seems more akin to extremely fuzzy interior decorating. Yeah. The very idea of tipping over a potted plant or moving the orientation of a desk could have effects on a corporation's stock price is insane. Yes, as I was working, I could see the flow of magic change. Perhaps this manner of luck manipulation is unique to China. It certainly would not work in Osaka. Is there anything that I can do for you? I need to talk to you about your condition being a ghoul. As you wish, you are my benefactor, and as such, I yield to you. Ask, then. I will do my best to answer. Aside from being blind, how has it affected you? Aside from my heightened sense of smell and hearing, I am stronger, tougher, and more resilient than any mundane human. I can achieve feats of physicality that are normally restricted to adepts, and those with extensive enhancements. So now he has claws as nails. These as well. As sharp as any small knife, I prefer my sword, But in a grapple, they come in extremely handy. Oh, nice. Can you turn into a mist or anything? He laughs. If I could, believe me, I would be the first to know. You would be the first to know. Fortunately not. My condition has enhanced my body, but it has not granted me any mystical powers thus far. I thought ghouls were all animalistic predators. Most are. In the vast majority of cases, the infected become the crazed predators everybody sees on the nightly trade news. Guy, she shows his teeth. Okay. I bear the physical signs, but not the mental ones. A few escape that fate. There are others, though. In Africa, there is a nation of ghouls. It is called Asamando. The intelligent ghouls in the Asamando care for the ones whose higher faculties have been ravaged by the disease. Still, it's not a safe place to visit. What makes you different? I'm willful. Those with a strong sense of self, a chip on their shoulder, if you will, are always those that survive the infection with their minds intact. I suppose I am selfish enough to have retained a passable semblance of my former humanity. We've seen this before in the previous Shadowrun. The people on the sewer, some of them seem to still be cognitive. For now it has. I will not suddenly become a ravenous beast lurking in the hole of your chip. At least no more so than I already am. That is correct. Why can't I answer with this? Oh, my corporate may not be high enough or something. I don't know. That's weird. I have corporate now. That's confusing. I guess it doesn't show here. Okay. What are the Red Samurai? The Renraku Military Special Operation Division, the most elite that the corporation has to offer, on par with the Ares, Firewatch, on Terngaire's Ghost. Red Samurai are world-class soldiers assigned to only the most difficult of important missions. That is true. It is considerably less rare for a Red Samurai to have a suit of it, however, even if he goes rogue. You were a Red Samurai? Indeed. For the entirety of my adult life, I was a member of the Renraku military, specifically the Red Samurai. That changed relatively recently. I feel the reasons are abundantly clear. Hence, I still possess my armor, my sword, my training. They have served me well in both my previous life and in this one. It was given to me. This is what the Japanese call ghouls. For the most part, I am a vermin, a thing shunned by polite society, to be hunted and slain for a bounty. My whole life is gone. It seems as apt a name for the street as any other that I could choose. I like the attitude. It turns the tables of power. One does not defeat the enemy solely by strength of arms. One must turn one's own weakness into strength. I lost a piece. So, all right. I'm gonna be working on it. Did you grow up in a corporation? Yes. In Keihanshin, the Kyoto, Osaka, Kobe sprawl. It is less populated than Neo Tokyo, but not by much. I grew up in East Kobe, where my father was posted in a Renraku complex. A young man obviously Gaisha leans against railing which overlooks the sprawling harbor complex of skyscraper and cranes. High school uniform is ripped, and the beginnings of black eyes are forming. Abrasions cover his knuckles, and blood dots his pants. Despite this, he's grinning like he just won the lottery. Vibrant, fierce. Ah, that must be a Mount Maya. If I remember right, I gave better than I got in that fight. 3 against 1, but they were out of shape and cocky. I used to cause a lot of trouble when I was in school. My father was constantly raging that I had no sense of responsibility and that I needed to take life more seriously. The final straw was when he bailed me out of jail. That would be tough for any parent to deal with his kids, I would admit. I hope none of my kids ever end up in jail. Hope not. At least not for the horrible reasons. If it's something silly, then that is the curse of fathers everywhere, to have their children give them ulcers. Especially true for high-strung authoritarian ones like Yasuhiro. My friends and I stole a delivery van. It had shipment of Shiawazi Simpsons decks. Brand new, very expensive. We were going to fence them and use the money to take a trip to Okinawa. Are you familiar with that? With what it's like to grow up in a corporate family? Not a clue. You have to understand, children are trained to hate rival corporations. We did not regard a theft of Shiawazi good as illegal. We were simply doing our part to ensure Renraku supremacy. This kind of behavior is ignored and even tacitly encouraged by company media. Unfortunately, we were caught by Shiawazi security, not Renraku. That is a story for another time. Unfortunately, I still have a lot of arranging to do. I doubt anyone else will be willing to be alone with me in a darkened room. Come back later. We can discuss it further. I think we also should get a side quest of him. And again, I don't push him. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. This is gonna be annoying. It's finally time to get a new headset, but the time is not now. I hate this. I'll have to figure this out later. I'm just gonna put it on as best as I could and just leave it there. Yeah, it's gonna take me a while. I need more focus. Box of mementos. Geisha's box of personal effects is overflowing with a collection of souvenirs, mementos, and knickknacks. There's no rhyme or reason to the collection of items. They appear to have been thrown in haphazardly. I can tell the box are a collection of antique Japanese coins inside an overturned wooden mask and a black lacquered box with gold inlay. So it says me that I'm looking at that. I see you have found my box of personal effects. Please, feel free to examine whatever you like within it. Just take care to put them back when you're done. I do not own much, but these things I keep are very precious to me. That other remains. So when he got turned, all he had time was probably go to his place, grab the most important things, because he knew that his life has changed. That's pretty poopy, but he's making the best out of it, and he's willing to stay alive, survive. The wood mask is light, pale white, smooth as porcelain. Although it lacks a sheen of lacquer, the face traits are delicate, almost feminine, and features lifted eyebrows, bright red lips, and delicate carved teeth. The teeth have been stained a deep black, barely visible past the slightly parted lips. The expression, while kindly, is ambiguous and uncanny. Viewed from above, the expression is one of calm contentment. Shifting the mask to view it at an upward angle causes the expression to seem melancholy, almost pained. What's this for the mask? It is a mask from the historically no play Ikuta Atsumori, the face that is of a young samurai Taira no Atsumori. I had a collection of a dozen or so no masks when I was younger. That is the last remaining one and my personal favorite. No actors wear those masks to cover their faces. The angle they hold themselves at angles that changes the expression of the mask. So the acting is slightly rigid and controlled. The entire performance is highly ritualized. There's no measure of improvisation allowed. Only refinement of the prescribed form. The words are snug, like in a Western opera, and accompanied by a set of musicians known as a hayashi. The hayashi keeps time with several drums, a flute, and a chorus. A chorus in the Greek theatrical sense, I mean. Unfortunately, no is an unpopular art in modern times. I expect this is because all of the plays are conducted in classical Japanese, which is not comprehensible to the general public. I heard that the creator of Na, a father and son in the 14th century, took inspiration from magical rituals at Shinto shrines. It is said that by placing masks upon their face, the actors become possessed by the spirit of the character they play. There are worse fates, I think, than to embody the spirit of a tragic warrior like Atsumori. A young man travels with the priest who raised him to Ikuta Shrine to commune with the spirit of his father, Taira no Atsumori. The young man's father died at the Battle of Ichi no Tani when the son was only a baby, and he wishes to know who his father was. The pair stay the night in a small hut. In the night, the hermit in the hut explains that he is the ghost of Atsumori. Atsumori has been granted a brief reprieve from his time in the afterlife to meet his son. During the night, they speak of the battle in which Atsumori was killed, the history of the Taira family, and their philosophy. Atsumori fades into darkness as he finishes the tale of the Taira's downfall, just as the family itself faded into obscurity. So think we yet that we might change this fragile dream of joy into the lasting love of waking life, says Atsumori before fading. It is a tale of sorrow, love, and the burden of war upon the dead and living alike. The price one pays for war is not always in one's own blood alone, but in the shattering of one's family. Why is it your favorite? A measure of civic pride, I suppose, and I like this story. Taira no Atsumori died at the Battle of Ichi no Tani just outside Kobe. The place takes place primarily at Ikuta Shrine, which is located downtown Kobe. In all cities in Japan, especially Keihanshin, I have always felt there is a sense of history wherever one looks. The skyline may have skyscrapers and delivery drones, but the foundations are laid on the bones of the dead. I think it is important to remember their sacrifices and joys, sorrows and glory. This is why sometimes I worry that I am a sentimentalist at heart. That's fine. Being sentimental is not always wrong or a bad thing. Just maybe not all the time. The box is deep, glossy black cube. The edges and corners are rounded. Gold flake inlay across the surface glitters. Sliding the top off, the interior's contents are revealed. Calligraphy set. Oh, the ones where you draw the Japanese. Oh, that thing. It's a beautiful set, but it's a shame that I'm unable to make use of it. No, my handwriting has always been absolutely terrible. Whatever fanciful stories you may have heard of being able to tell a swordman's ability by his handwriting, I assure you that they are wrong. The set was a gift from a professor of Japanese literature. He appreciated my interest in the classics, the tale of Heike, the tale of Genji, the collection of 10,000 Leaves, etc. I think he wished to encourage me to cultivate non-martial interests. I appreciate the gesture, but my attempts at fine calligraphy mostly resemble excited chickens prancing over paper, their feet soaking ink. Alright, we're good. He's a cool guy. It's a ghoul, undead, zombie type thing. I like Rector. My friend, there is something that I would like to discuss with you. Something related to the Ares run that you recently accepted. So he has shown interest on that run. So we will want to take him. There are men former colleagues of mine at that facility. I tracked them here from Russia. They are thieves. They stole my research, and I would like very much to have it back. Serendipitously, this game is trying to kill me with these words. Serendipitously, I now find myself in the position to recover what's mine and to visit justice upon the villains who stole it. But if I'm to do that, I will need your help. In short, my friend, I need you to bring me along on this job. Of course. You'll be the first one. I don't know that we... Okay. Actuators. So there's noises going on. Movement. In particular hands soldering wires. Hammering rivets. Ah, my friend, welcome back. There, that's better now. What can I do for you? You didn't see fit to bring me along on your last job, remember? Not that I minded the off time. There's always... Okay. That's right, he didn't go. How are you getting along with the other members of the team? Perfectly well, thank you. They all seem competent enough. And there haven't been any major personality conflicts so far. So long as they continue performing to an acceptable standard, I can see no reason not to continue our arrangement. It's good to run with the team again. You don't manage morale, my friend. You manage the team. So long as we continue to succeed, morale will take care of itself. I don't mind at all. I can't promise that my answers will satisfy your curiosity, of course. Alright, I would like to know, what was it like growing up in the Russian Republic? Tumultuous, as you might expect. You probably aren't old enough to remember the Euro Wars. So one thing that I like about this is that it used big powerful words. So that's good writing. Instead of when I was doing my essays for college, I would BS a lot. I would add more words, but that's not proper writing. You can write. There's a lot of videos on YouTube that can help you how you can write more eloquently, use less words, but words that pack more punch, like tumultuous, things like that. So I like that. I'm not much of a reader. I just like this game. I don't read a lot. I know bits and pieces of the history, but I didn't live through it. Well, the wars were formative experiences for Russians of my generation. Not traumatic, per se. Certainly not as they were for the Germans, Finns, and Poles. But important nonetheless. My country was the instigator of the first two Euro Wars back in 2030. That's soon. That's coming up soon. We gotta watch for those Euro Wars. I remember that rhetoric, the hardships of living under a wartime economy, the rampant xenophobia that took hold. I remember how we all cheered when our forces invaded Poland. 3 months. That was all it took for our military to crush that meager resistance the Poles could bring to bear. It was quite the source of national pride at home. I remember our drive into Germany and the desperate bid to reclaim the eastern portion of that country ourselves. Just think about the symbolic significance of such an act. An audacious move, to be sure, but Secretary Kroponin was determined to make history. That sounds pretty aggressive. I'm challenging him. I'm just not... Should I challenge him? He likes the conversation. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. And the death of tens of thousands of people and the destruction of the infrastructure and economy of nearly 40 million others. These are impressive numbers, yes, and they represent a tragedy on a grand scale. But nations at war seldom concern themselves with such things. I believe that Kroponin was more concerned with the opinions of his own people than he was with his place in the history books. And in truth, I cannot fault him for this. For the 4 months that the war lasted, he did bring the country together. But alas, the Night Wraith incident put an end to our march and sent our forces into full retreat. British-made fighter bombers with stealth capabilities, very state-of-the-art, very powerful. At least, that's what they were purported to have been. Nobody have ever come forward to accept responsibility for the attack. Regardless of who was behind it, the result was the same. Wave upon wave of bombings that targeted our forces and the Germans alike, coupled with the assassination of dozen military leaders, a devastating synchronized operation expertly carried out over the course of a single night. At home, barrel attacks shut down our power grids. Hundreds of thousands of Russian homes found themselves without heat or electricity in the dead of winter. That is horrible. I remember huddling under a mountain of cheap blankets that my mother had piled up on my bed. They did little to protect me from the cold, but they were something that I could hang on to. Something tangible that I associated with warmth and comfort and home. There, as my body trembled and I watched my breath froze over, a horrible truth descended upon me. We had caused this. We were the villains of the First Euro War. For the first time, I came face to face with that crippling folly had bought us. And there, under that ridiculous heap of rags, I came to realize that what would surely come to pass. The world thought of us as villains, and so they would treat us like villains. We will be pariahs on the international stage, crippled by retributive sanctions. We will never live down the shame. Russians being seen as villains? I don't know. Still in 2030? And then the AFA invaded Greece and Spain, sparkling off Euro War II. We redeployed our troops to help repel them, and all was made right again. Oh, we were still regarded with suspicion, of course, but all of Europe might have fallen if it hadn't been for our help. In essence, we took back our reputation at gunpoint. Not an ideal solution, I admit, but it worked. Within the span of 4 months, we Russians had gone from nobodies to a terrible threat to unlikely saviors in the eyes of the Western world. Studying exactly how this happened has taught me a great deal about human psychology and social dynamics. It's a figure of speech, my friend, nothing more. Now, shall we talk about something else? Surely there are more interesting and relevant things to discuss. Here you go. Ah, yes. I suppose that you would know. They were only active for the years surrounding the conflict, after all. The AFA was the Alliance of Allah, serving under Mullah Sayyid that, a coalition of right-wing Middle Eastern governments that assembled after the failure, some say sabotage, of the United Islamic Conference, UIC. They looked to a weakened Europe and saw an opportunity, one that my country was entirely responsible for creating. Yes, but in hindsight, we should have foreseen it. Ultimately, the AFA did what any hawkish power would have done in their position. I cannot fault them for taking advantage of Europe's weakened state. Given their circumstances, they would have been foolish not to. No, my friend, they did not win. The AFA folded in 37 after Yazrid's assassination. Lucky thing for us, too. The body count could have been a great deal higher. In the years that they were active, the AFA gave us a hell of a fight. Nope. Between my year in Nizhny Novgorod and my time here in Hyoe, I spent a year in the free city of Berlin. We were there in the previous Shadowrun. We didn't see him though. He was doing something else. But I don't think we played at the time he's talking about. That was where I got my feet wet as a Shadowrunner, you see. I ran with a team of anarchists for a time. It's possible he's talking to the state. Yeah, way back then, maybe. I don't know. He's talking about Anarchist, huh? Must have been interesting. What can you tell me about that team of yours? Let's see. A good group of people, disorganized to be sure, but capable. Sadly, we are no longer in it. An opportunity arose and I seized it. In so doing, I left Berlin to Hong Kong and Seoul without much advice. My instance made life difficult for them and they blame me for their hardship. Thank you for taking my side, but I can see their point as well. As I said, my departure caused some complications for them. That said, I haven't lost any sleep over it. I merely did what I had to do. Ultimately, I would say that my time in Berlin was quite educational, different from my earlier life in Russia, to be sure. As I said, the experience was invaluable. Ultimately, though, Hoi is probably better suited to my sensibilities. A good thing, considering you present your present situation. I get the impression that Duncan is less than thrilled to be stuck here. Still, it is good to hear that your community suits you. When we first met, I told you that I parted ways with Grishing Aviaker under unfortunate circumstances, yes? You mentioned it. This same circumstance led me to Berlin. I was wronged, and I would not find recourse in Russia. I suppose that there's no sense in being vague. I'll tell you the story if you want to hear it. Please lay it on me. See, if we take care of a lot of these things now, as the game progresses, we'll have less to talk about, do their side missions, and it just rolls. You may remember the self-repair system I mentioned the first time we met. The module that will allow Koshei or any sufficiently equipped drone to repair itself. I told you that my research had been lost. That was not strictly true. It was stolen by a pair of colleagues who I had long considered friends. They were researchers from my old lab. They turned against me, stole our work, in truth, my work, and defected. They betrayed you, huh? Yes? Driven by desperation, no doubt, and ambition. They had always been fixated on getting out of Russia. Grishing Aviaker was a nationalized corporation and they would never get rich as cogs in a government-controlled machine. In our project, they saw their key to breaking away and learning their fortunes. Never mind the fact that I was opposed to the idea. And so they took what was mine and left me with nothing. Yes, the two had long spoken about moving to Berlin. Such was true of a great many academics in Russia. My homeland is a bureaucratic dictatorship, you see. There is little personal freedom and there are many rules to be followed. As you might imagine, the flux state, I knew it. The stable anarchy of those in the flux state can be a alluring concept to those who live under the sedentary rule. Berlin is much romanticized back home. Oh, the flux state had rules, my friends. They aren't codified, but they most certainly exist. Should you travel there, you'll want to remember that. But I digress. In the hunt for my treacherous college, Berlin was my only lead. I decided that I would travel there. At best, I would find them, and at worst, it would be a good place to rebuild my life. It took me over a year to locate my former friends. It was long, painstaking search, but it was nothing if not determining. I finally found evidence that they used my research as a bargaining chip to secure positions at Ares. And that they were here in Hong Kong. And so you came here to Hawaii. I picked up and left the next day. My whole team was upset, to be sure. Lucky Strike in particular howled for my blood, but I know where my priorities lie. And so here I am, and here they are, and soon I would be ready to act. I really must thank you for inviting me into the team. Your abilities will be invaluable when the time finally comes to make my move. Assuming of course that you will be willing to help. I thought that it might go over better if you believed it to be your idea, and it would seem that I was right. I am on the team after all. And you're right. I for one be happy to help you. When you're ready, just say the word. Thank you, my friend. But this is a discussion for another day. We aren't ready to hit Ares facility yet. and there's more intelligence to gather before we make our move anyway. When the time comes, I'll let you know. Whew, okay. Yes, much more. It was my last work and was important. Reducing it to a bargaining chip was a deadly insult, both to me and to all of those who would benefit from my work. I suppose that's probably true. This is a matter of that's near to my heart indeed. It ties into the guiding philosophy of my life. Tell me, are you familiar with the concept of transhumanism? The transformation of humanity as a species by technological means. I believe it's when, if you can survive chroming yourself all the way, which Smasher from Cyberpunk, he basically did transhumanism. Smasher was beyond his essence. Anybody who's played Cyberpunk, he was fully, all he had left was like his brain cortex, face, but the rest, eyes, lungs, I think everything was all cyber. But no, sorry, let's see. You should familiarize yourself. It was considered science fiction, but in the sixth world, it's real. The sciences of cyber technology, biotechnology, and genomics have fundamentally altered the trajectory of meta-humanity as a species. Though the elected modification and improvement of our own physiology through, we can tailor ourselves for niche that were previously inhospitable to meta-human life. By exerting our will over the composition of our own bodies, we have conquered the mindless trial and error of biological evolution. For the first time in history, there is a God, and He is us. That's a bold claim. Okay. Okay. We're living in a transhuman world, so where are you going with this? In such a future, the capacity for the unlimited self-repair will be indistinguishable from immortality. You can see, then, why the theft of my research came to such a blow. My former colleagues hadn't just stolen from me, they've taken my contribution to the future of a species and reduced it to a bargaining chip. He's gonna kill him, and I'll be with him soon enough. I'm still narrowing down their locations. Ares Asia Holding has enclaves all over this island, and it wouldn't do to raid the wrong one. All will be made right soon enough, though. I am nothing if not a patient man. I can wait. And with that, I'm afraid that I'm going to have to bid you good night. I've taken enough of a break for one evening. There is still work to be done, and it will be lax of me to put aside any longer. Thanks, Ractor. It was interesting. Good night. Woo! We got that. Now time for the mission. Am I ready? Am I ready? So we got money. I want to check weapons first. Oh, yeah. Let me save it after all that conversation. My stuff here is very picky, and I would not want to have to go. I mean, I can skip it all, but let's save it. Okay, let's see if I can buy a new assault rifle. Oh, we're back. Guns are one way. She sells guns, booze, drugs in that place, so they sell, they make money. She has a side story as well. My son Callum doesn't, like, I think I resolve a situation with the family if I keep talking to them. No longer a part where now it all ends with drinking, sometimes killing. There's no problem, so long as you remember his place here. There are too many ideas in that boy's head, too much ambition, and ambition like that never leads to a good end. You should be happy with that we built for him. He's the eldest and so very smart. One day he will take control of the club and all his business, but he feels trapped in here. He wants to be free. The irony is that his idea of freedom is to work for a corporation. I know from experience there is nothing further from the truth. They don't call you wage slaves without a good reason. But here, we have true freedom. We make our own way. I wish he realized it. I try to make him understand, but it only seems to drive him further away. I worry that if I try too hard, I will lose him to his ambitions. Back when my husband worked for the Wuxing, he had a little side operation, smuggling weapons right under the corpse nose. Nice. Strictly small time and barely worth the risk, but it brought in a little extra money, which we desperately needed. But Henry was never very good at brokering the deals. He hated that part of the business. Didn't care to haggle, always leaving money on the table. We thought about it often, and one day he told me to handle it if I cared so much, so I did. As it turned out, I was better at it, much better. I had worked in the business world before the boys were born. I knew how these things must be done, so I began to make all the deals. I secured the product, I found the buyers. In time, we didn't even need Henry to babysit the shipments. Our influence had grown strong, and now we run everything safely from dry land. What do we have here? I need a new weapon. Wow, I have this. Damage 8. We go up, 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 up. Damage 10, damage 11. I like piercing armor. Let's go. I want to sell her that. Ooh, yes. Dang it, I want to be out of money, but worth it. That's fine. We'll figure it out later. We got more money to make. I hope I have heals. Don't I have heals? I do. I'm ready for that one. Okay. Oh, that's the guy that we can hire. Well, I don't hire nobody. Why would I spend the money? Alright, let's get ready. I'm ready, I think. So we're gonna do this mission or nah? Yeah, we are. I'm totally ignoring Auntie Cheng because she's gonna yell at me, so we're just gonna knock some missions out. This one. Alright, museum. Who do I need? I wonder if I want to bring my OG group for this one. Gobet. Duncan. So me and Duncan work it out. I got some hacking going. She has the magic heal. He's working on something. I'm gonna let him be, and I'll let him organize his room. Let's take our girl here. We're about to travel. The job is a golden opportunity, in more ways than one, a raid of the In Development Museum, the Emperor's Tomb. The museum's claim to fame is its location. It rests on top of ancient catacombs where an excavation is underway to convert them into the museum proper. Intel has it that the workers are dying, not from on-site accidents but from magical disturbances in the area. Despite the hazards, development continues. Your client, Mr. Drake, contacted you to retrieve 2 tomes, probably ancient, magical, priceless. But it won't be as much in the park. You have to get to the tomes before their catalog, where they'll afterward be near impossible to access. As you near the museum, its height and grandeur looms unsettling over you. Even unfinished, it's reaching an imposing size. At least that means it has plenty of room for pricey antiques. The best part? Mr. Drake needs this run to look unprofessional. Ha! They got the right team. I am not professional at all. Let's go. I'm down. You don't expect too much from me, and that's what I'm all about. Let's go. Just in case, I'm gonna bring one of these. Yeah, this, I never know. Gotta keep my team healed. This woman needs some heals. Woman, get some for yourself. He's good. She's good. So here you go. Have another one. She's good. He's good. I'm pretty sure I'm hella good. So we're going. Yeah, all right. Never come empty-handed. Entry work just like Drake said. You creep into the dark. Good. Now I'll be appraising what you see as you go through this floor. Grab the best stuff, and my alarm suppression should keep you afloat. Just don't get too ballsy. If the books haven't been cataloged yet, they'll still be in the basement. The tomb, I'll be in touch. You know, I've always wanted to do something like this. What do you mean? Oh, come on, Io. Calm down. These artifacts are all be stolen from the earth. So now we have to teach a lesson to the man who's excavating it. That these were never truly his. Alright, but we're thieves ourselves. We're stealing things from one man only to give it to another man. And these artifacts don't belong to him either. Oh, he'll get what he deserves too. Objects like this that are too bright to remain in some vault or display case. More thieves will be drawn to them, like a moth to a diode. I'm just excited to be a part of the cycle. Alright, we gotta be careful with this. This gets very serious if I max it out. And obviously get this. So, I have to walk hovering over things and look at their value. There's a door locked here, so there may be a computer somewhere. I'm just observing. 950, that right there is good stuff. 1400, you don't want this. I mean, I guess in the end if you don't care, but then you have to haul out. You could technically get more. You want to start? Go downstairs. Oh my god. So scary. I can get some info I can sell too. Lao Cheng, okay. So, per our previous discussion, I've attached to this email the revised museum blueprints. The prints outline various changes to the structure and building materials that needed. Okay, just an email. Some backtracking may be necessary, but it will cost the price. 13%, medium size. I know you're against it, but production output will have to increase in order to meet our end of the year and billing. So they're talking business. If I find you and your team are slacking off again, more cuts will be made. Have to increase the order. Someone's losing money. Someone doesn't want to lose money. As to the loss of your work, Mr. Fay, I offer you my condolences. However, we both know construction is dangerous work. Oh, he has no emotion. He doesn't care. You can look at this as an opportunity to hire someone more competent and who won't get himself killed. Okay. It's related to the loss of someone. Working condition. Cover the public image. Not going on. As your lawyer, I must advise you double down on your construction safety protocols. Okay. Money will buy silence in the short term. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Okay. Retracting the investment. All untrue, complete fiction invented by local office. A trouble, hard-working man like myself. I've taken every possible precaution with this museum. No expense. Should you need proof, I'll send you my lawyer's contact info. I promise you'll find no infraction. Okay. One 888. I'm curious. No. It's a different kind. Oh. Oh. I don't have strength because I could have probably found something here. Gosh. I may find the code somewhere. 650, 1200, 900. 900. Okay. So this is 1200. I'm only worried about that and oh my god. And this is 1400. 26, right? 2600. I could do with those. I really want that code. Dang it. What's up here? At least one save here just to be sure. What's in here? Do I get to find a code in here for a security terminal? I wonder if that code's gonna turn this security terminal on. So, do I go downstairs? Maybe the imports and stuff is downstairs. I'm scared. I think there's gonna be monsters down here. I don't like this one bit. $10,000 worth of artifacts. Not. There's 2 ancient books, but I'm not doing too well if I don't have any codes. Let's see what's down here before I start grabbing onto things. This is too spooky. No. Oh, what's this? Dung? Oh. Well, that's great. Wait. Everybody, grab a spot. We're gonna surprise attack these little monstritos. So we end the turn. Now we have our full stuff. We'll begin with her. Steady shot. Or I can do this. I'm wondering why I do not have any weapons. Did I leave them? Oh my god. A whole mission without weapons. Guess I'm only healing. Wow. Hold on. What the heck happened? Where's my gear? Never had that happen before. I look cool though. Although I think I left my gear in storage. Okay, so wrong person to give the stats to. That's fine. Time to. I can't use her at all, so. I can't. I guess I'll punch someone that comes in. Jesus, Isobel, I thought you had a grenade launcher and you knew how to use it. Oh, blocks. Oh, wow. What? What did they do to me? Are you kidding me? I have no weapons to fight. Oh, I'm gonna have to do whatever it takes. Oh, girl, move, get out of the way. Oh, this is not good. Oh my god. I've just activated a trap or something. Ah. I'm in trouble. I can't heal her. I'll do it manually here. Okay. Well, hopefully I don't mess up, but if I do, I should definitely grab my weapon before I leave. What the heck happened, though? I'm in serious trouble here. That really throws me off. That's a lot of enemies. I probably made a serious mistake without a weapon. Wow, they don't stop coming. So I'm in trouble. I can't hit him. Yeah, I'm in serious trouble. This guy don't die. None of them are dying. No wonder these people. Okay. Here's the real. I'm gonna have to load. Probably. I'm already in the mission though. If I restart the mission, does it give me a chance to re-equip my weapon? This sucks. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Yeah, because I can't hit him, so... Yeah, I messed up the mission for sure. I will see if... I hope I can get to equip. If not, I gotta pick my battles better. Shoot. So, I already know what I want. I don't have to worry about all that I read. We don't have a code anyway. Yeah, why is it in my gear here? Or I cannot use it. Yeah. I don't understand. Yeah, there's my gear. That's weird. Why am I only... Is that a buggy thing? Did it got bugged? That's no bueno. Well, I have my gear. I hope so. I hope that works. Time to try this again. Oh my god. Yeah, we've heard it before. There it is. What happened there? I don't know. Did I click on something or did something out of place? So just kind of like activate this 1400. I might as well, if I start, let me see. If I start already, alarm threshold, just to kind of like, he also needs the books which are down there. Okay. I'm not gonna worry about this because maybe down here we have something more valuable. In here is, of course, I don't have what I need, intelligence, but I can't do anything with it. I hope there's not an ancient book there. And we go ba 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 ba. We go ba 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 ba, just in case some info that I may need. No control here, but we can do this. Oh. Oh yeah, up there we can't do anything. Let's go downstairs. So this is the deal. I don't want to have to deal with them again, but I think just to double check, I have my weapon. Okay. That was poopy. I just gotta kill them quick and not activate them all. I see what they do. They teleport you to like an area. I don't like this foggy stuff here. We gotta go slow. Isn't that a hole? Don't go in that hole. What the heck? Wait. Don't hurry up. Okay, what's this? Oh. I'd rather her jack in, to be honest. I think she's good. That's suppression. That's good. Heal and sniffer. Oh man, that means we have to. Okay. I think this is gonna help me. I'm gonna let her borrow it. Alright, Isabel. Isabel. Where are we going? Oh my god, why isn't she moving? Wow, she didn't move. What? You're gonna miss them all? That wasn't cool at all. That wasn't cool. Oh, that does not help me one bit. Oh well. Oh, I'm gonna be done for here. Seriously. It won't let me suppress it. I don't understand. Where am I going though? Here? Oh my god. I'm doing very bad. Where am I going? Up here and up here? Yeah, I'm about to get joined here. This is not gonna be cool. Oh, okay. Dang it, I can't force it. Blocker IC rating. I'm not gonna be able to do this. I messed something up, but I can try. It's a lot. No problem. 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 5, 1. I keep messing. I forget one of them. 3, 6, 6. All right. This sucks. Not concentrating. 6, 7, 9, 4, 4, 6, 2. Oh, okay. No. W. This one, no? Oh. W. Yes, okay. Alright. That's gonna make us money. I just gotta run in here. How do I make it? Run! Ah! Please, please! Ah! Man, I can force it, but then I gotta jam out real quick out of here. No. Simple, whatever. Oh, I was lucky. MW. Oh boy, I can't. Right here? Okay. Oof. Alright, oh yeah. Take. I don't know. Stash. I don't know that I have anything else more in here to take. I'm gonna jack out. I'm scared. I don't want to have to fight them because they really are poopy heads. But I think I have to get more money. This sucks because they start coming up from everywhere. And I think I need to go there. Hold on, because I gotta check. Do I still have my weapon? Yes, I do. Dang, I gotta kill him quick though. What? He took my beast to the netherworld. These people have no shame. They'll take their mamas to the netherworld. Are you kidding me? But better the beast than me. Oh my god. Are they taking away my turns? That's not fair if they are. What's going on here? That's what I don't get. What's up with my turns? Please don't miss, Isabel. Come on, I need this. You got two. Okay, that's good. More people. This better not be one of those. Look at this. Is this even fair? Isabel, get out of there. I'm about to drop more stuff here. Are you gonna hurt yourself, Isabel? Yes, you are gonna hurt yourself. I guess you stay there. We're not doing that. I'm gonna knock them all out. I'm not playing around. I'm not playing this game. That guy's asleep, so I'm not worrying with it. Alright. Sorry, Isabel. Take care of you real quick. Jeez. Isabel. Wow. What the heck is that? Oh, that's serious. Come on, Isabel, you can't do this right now. You gotta get out of there. Why are you missing, Isabel? What's your problem? Oh, that was close. Okay. That gave me the spooky times. Oh my god. Can we heal these people? We need some milk. Okay, we all made it back. That's scary stuff. Well, I got one ancient book. Where the other one is? Upstairs, probably by the bookshelf. And I'm gonna have to tell the guy, I'm sorry, you didn't give me a code or nothing. I'm gonna research this place a little longer, but I think we're going upstairs after this because if we can't find the code. I'll make money off that, but we don't have a code yet. If I go back in there, I don't recall I missed anything, but wait a minute. That means I get to fight more monsters. Okay. Now I gotta grab the rest of the products that'll make us rich. Oh my god. Stop. See if you can do freely through this realm, coming and going, taking what's not yours. What do you want? A woman of action. Good. I want out of this tomb. I must free myself from this place, but I cannot leave. My soul is bound to these catacombs, chained to the bones of a life I no longer possess. You can. Take this talisman and place it amongst the other artifacts you have removed. Once you have moved it beyond the binding threshold of excavation, I will be free. The sure knowledge that you have done what is right. You're gonna have to do better than that. When I am free, I will give you a thing, a token. Crumble it in your hands and I will come to your aid. But only once, one time, and no more. It could help me in a serious battle. Oh, well, I read the sign late. Okay. I guess we know what we gotta do. We have eight choices, so we gotta go for the highest. 950. That's a 950 I like. Boom. What else? I wish that would open, but 900, 420, 300, 12, 800, 980. Let's go. Ooh. 900. We did that. Now we do the readings of. I can't see them anymore, the values, so I'm not clicking them anymore. Let me go back here to see if it resets values. Nope. That skull is not gonna happen. I don't know. I don't know. Can I make it? I have to do the mathematics here. There gotta be something missing, because with 4 left. Okay, let me see if it. So 650. That's 1,000. That's no more. There's gotta be something I'm missing, which is here. What would it be? I wonder. What would it be? Usually it's somewhere around here. Probably in there. I guess I have no choice but to take the 2 big ones there, get as much as I can. Well, wow. I'ma do it. I don't think it adds up to 10,000. I don't recall what I did last time, but I think I got the 10,000. 650 Plus 420 plus 300. Well. I got one more. Wherever it is, better show up soon. If not, we're out of luck. We can't go in there. Yep. Where would that code be? That's really stupid, and I can't move this. That how it's happened. Different play styles. You should choose someone real strong. I don't want to do strength. Can I do strength? I can't do it anyway, so never mind. I guess we're moving along. Too bad. I'm not gonna make all the money I wanted. Bah. And there's another save. I hate when this happens. I'll delete one. I don't want to have that many. So we go to load. Grab one of these. Alright, let's do it. Gotta leave. Not more to get here. As soon if I grab something else, I go above the threshold. That's too bad. But the mission can go sideways and upside down if I don't get out of here quickly. Wait! Wait! If I do this, and I go here, Overwatch. They won't let me go. This goblet is suddenly selfish and doesn't want to cast spells on anybody. What? Oh, okay. Apparently this is not working too well. You used to be able to click it, but that's fine. What side door? In the lobby, my program didn't work as well as I expected. I've been monitoring the actions of my cameras and the Hong Kong police force have the front locked down. Great! Great! Since you can't get out of the front now, you've got to exit to the side. The key will be through the locked side door, which will take you to the east exit. Do I have to fight him? Oh, God. Then they can come my way. Oh, I need to activate them? Well. Woo! Love it. Let's go. Bring him in. Come on, y'all. Don't make me waste my time. Let's go. Overwatch. Let's go. Come here. Oh, you scared. Shove it. Make a run for it. All the ladies come first. There we go, that's working. Move along. Nothing to see here. Let's go. Man, I would have liked to make that money. All that money. We did it. Wow, well. Your adrenaline wanes as you fly through the subway tunnels on your way back to Hawaii. There isn't much left to do but pick up the shards of glass off your clothes and congratulate yourself on a hell of a run. It's just too bad you couldn't keep the looted antiques. By the end, you managed to steal over 5,000 yuan worth of items to your claim, a number that will hopefully be reflected in your mission pay. The damage you caused will likely set the museum's developer back even farther. Not enough to cripple the project, just enough to send a message. But at the end of the day, you still managed to break a lot of exhibits, displays, and even the faces of a few tomb crawlers, the presence of which had conveniently slipped Drake's mind. Surprises aside, you came out on top. And thanks to some quick thinking on Drake's part, you got the books and got out. At least it helped. No, 5 karma. Yes. Yes, let's use our karma. Oh. Hello, auntie. Hello, my darling. Come see me at once. I have something I wanted to show you. Your crew's already here. Oh yes, my sweet. Yes, I am. I'll see you shortly. Well, that's for some other time. I'm too scared of her. We're gonna get our stuff done. Let's claim. Kraken. Oh, she won't let me go here, huh? I guess we have no choice. I guess we gotta talk to her. She like locked down the home, the boat. Like, nope. Time's up. We gotta talk. As you walk to the major mahjong parlor, you see your crew waiting for you, clearly uncomfortable to be so close to the triad boss. Then you see why. Kindly Chen cheeks are flush and glowing. She's already hit the bottle pretty hard. Ah, well, Phoenix, you're here. Excellent. Guess all Phoenix, it's good to see you. Oh, not the right response. Ah, she would have wiretap on the police. My people have delivered a snippet of a recorded video call between the plastic face man and Chief Inspector Crate of the Special Duties Unit. Whoa. This should be good. Should we take a seat? Unfortunately, it's only a snippet. There were some technical difficulties with the tap. The person responsible has been sacked. Wow. Say that again. There's something wrong with this line. I said my client isn't interested in hearing more excuses, Inspector. That's what I thought you said. I'm not making excuses either. I have a department to run. Not much longer. If those Westerners aren't found, they're linked to this Raymond Black somehow, and my client wants them out of circulation immediately. The two runners are his accomplices too. The little orc and the dwarf with the cyber deck. I'm aware, Inspector. Thank you. We don't know how much any of them know, and my client is adamant that the risk be mitigated immediately. I've already made this the SDU's highest priority. If Josephine wants more resources on it, I'm going to need allocations from elsewhere in the department. That's a problem that can be easily dealt with. My client wants this over now. No more excuses. No more cups floating in the river. Tell her we're redoubling our efforts. Very good. Dead or alive, you'll bring him to me. My client requires my personal verification that the threat has been eliminated. Hang on, this line is getting worse. That's the guy we saw in the surveillance footage, the one who killed Raymond Black. That plastic face looked a lot like a cooler close-up. I think it's kind of pretty. That video doesn't tell us much. I mean, we already know that there's an APB on us. Always sure of now. And with the plastic face, is definitely working for someone else. This Josephine. That'll be all handy. A first name. It's not just a first name, Gabadier. It's the first name. Josephine thanks. She's the one pulling the strings. That this is Riddle Doc Screwer. I should have known it was her from the beginning. And she had the nerve to call down the heat on my runners. On Nightjar? Oh, that's Cabra's Fossil is gonna pay. She's the CEO of Sang Mechanical Services and a member of the Hong Kong Executive Council. Josephine Doc freaking Sang. She was Hong Kong Philanthropist of the Year in 2054-2055. Children's Hospital, homeless shelters, food distribution centers. Good causes. That kind of... They get good PR because people are too lazy and myopic to look for the real people doing the hard work. The face-to-face with the poor work. Don't be so cynical, Isabel. Coming face-to-face with the unsanitized for video poor is distasteful, dear. You know that. Beyond being a CEO and a philanthropist, I also know that Josephine Sang is a lying, conniving lady. Whatever gave you that impression, my sweet? Yes, my darling. I don't like Josephine Tang, and I'm going to screw her up. I'm going to screw her up bad. Oh, this should be good. It will be delicious, and I may explain why someday, but not today. But when I finally get her, you'll be there, my darling. I'll make it a party. Josephine's baby. It was a B-rated corporation before she married into the Sang family, but after she fought for and won the contract to rebuild Kowloon Wall City, their fortunes rose high. They began a rise to power that eventually landed Josephine on the executive council. Yes, the same place Raymond Black hired my runners to take him. I've already connected the dot. I don't know what it means, but it clearly means something. I don't know yet, but I will. He called her his clients. It may be some sort of lead we can follow. Right now, all we know is that he is her instrument, the one who killed Raymond Black. Raymond is not dead. Yes, you may have mentioned that before, Guncho. Regardless, the plastic face man is still our best lead for figuring out what's going on. There's nothing we can do to touch Josephine Sang, as much as I hate to admit it. But the plastic face man is a different story. He's a third-party operative who's been careless, and he'll live to regret it. For a while. If Tang thinks she can take out 2 of my runners and get away with it, I'm gonna have to explain things to her. We're going to find the plastic face man, and we're going to hurt him. We'll hurt him until he knows everything he does. We know it. And then we use that to strike back at Josephine Tang. You will have your vengeance, and I will have my own satisfaction. Now get out. I have work to do. I'll meet with you later, sir. We got stuff to do. I believe our next mission would have to be this one. Kidnap Rooster. Where do you go? You left me off my screen. No. 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 Alright, well, like always, we'll check on our people upstairs. Then we go to bed to see if we get another nightmare sequence. I might have to do her mission next, yeah. Yeah, we've already... Yeah, we already talked about this. Yeah, I know, okay. She doesn't have anything for me. Does she have something for me? My girl here, Gobet. You know, the Kraken has really been shaping over the past few days with all the work that we've been putting into. She's starting to feel like a real home. Anyway, enough about the boat. Ready for your next lesson, or did you just want to chat? That was awesome. Think about it. We broke into some rich jerk's manor house, stole his artifacts so we could go to a museum, and we fought mummies. If that's not the plot of a trip blockbuster, I don't know what it is. I'm not sure what I think about that mummy's trinket. I've never had a dead person owe me a favor before. I'm not even sure how that works. Be careful when you use that trinket. As long as he does what we tell him to, that's pretty awesome. But if the truth taught me anything, is that mummies are always waiting for an excuse to run around cursing everybody. So what else did you want to chat about? I'm ready for my next lesson. Yeah. That's good. I was hoping that you want to keep going on with this. It's good for you, and I'm kind of enjoying it too. Alright, this is gonna be another long story, so I'm thinking we should take it in chunks. If you got any questions, you can ask them along the way. And if you need to take a break, we can come back to it. Sounds good? Good. So last time I told you about the event that brought an end to my illustrious career as a sub character. This time I'm going to tell you about a run that went on with my regular team. No, this was long before Iz hit the streets as a runner. We were friends and everything, but she was still learning to deck back then. She was good for her age, but she wasn't ready for prime time. You don't know anyone from the group that I'm talking about. They're all gone now anyway. Thanks, but it's alright. When you run in the shadows, losing people is an occupational hazard. As Shadowrunners, we're disposable assets. It shouldn't come as a surprise when we get used to it tossed away. Yep. You know how it is, people die and it's sad, but there's no sense of moping about it. Through mutual friends, we actually all lived together before we decided to start running as a team. There was this floating squatters commute out in the Hung Home Bay. It's probably still out there actually. I haven't been back in a long time, but I spent a few years living on the thing, and the rest of the team lived there with me. Yeah, basically we call it the sinking ship. It wasn't much to look at. There's a whole bunch of shipping containers all bolted together into a great big floating brick. Wasn't the most comfortable place I've ever lived, but the price was right and the company was good. Sure. Our muscle was a Hawaiian Jew with poor impulse control, big round guy with lumberjack arms and ringlets in his hair. He called himself Honu. I guess that he loved turtles. I don't know, street names are weird. We had a tech specialist, Egret. She was tall, gawky, dyed her hair bone white. She had a drone named Arlo that followed her around like a lost puppy. She was kind of a jack of all trades, but she could get the job done. Fun at parties too. Our de facto team leader was a guy named Sui. He was a weary troll, if you can imagine that. Probably about 2% body fat, all skin and bones. Walked with a bunch to make himself look smaller. He was a shaman. Followed rat like me. Okay. It was, but then everybody I've worked with has been interested in his or her own way. As a rule, Shadowrunner isn't a professional that attracts boring people. Okay. Let's hold on that one for a bit, okay? I'd like to get through the rest of the story before we spend any more time on the raft. After your lesson's over, I'll tell you whatever you want to know about the commune, but now, I'd rather not get sidetracked. Okay. Alright, moving on. So one day, Sui brought us a job. He'd met a client in Victoria Harbor Bar, a rich Eastern Tiger executive. The guy wanted us to steal something from him, a shiny object. I think this is what activates the side quest, yeah. I know it's stupid, right? But that was how the Johnson described it to us, the shiny object. That was what he wanted us to get. He never gave it another name. He gave us a physical description. We were supposed to look for a chunk of red jade about the size of and shape of an ostrich, with a mirror polished surface and gold wire inlays. He said that it had paper charms hanging off of it, food talismans, Taoist sorcery stuff. We weren't supposed to touch those. The client also told us that the shiny object's then owner, an old hedge wizard turned entrepreneur named Kong Xiong. When you boil it down like that, it sounds kind of silly, doesn't it? But hey, that's the world we live in, and like I said, Xuan wasn't just a wizard, he was an entrepreneur, a business wizard. The guy had resources. From what we were told, the old man was keeping the shiny object in one of his warehouses. He had a bunch of them. He'd built himself a nice little empire selling magical paraphernalia through puppet vendors in the Jao Mate night market. Supposedly a good fit of the stalls in that place were on Chulian's payroll. Got it, keep going. So we'd cased the warehouse for a couple of nights before the run, did some recon, took some notes. From what we've seen, we're pretty sure that Xuan was keeping our payday in the vault area at the very back of the building. Security was pretty heavy though. He was paying local triad for protection, and he kept a lot of their boys on staff. Sui was one who came up with the plan. We'd split up outside and to the warehouse in two teams. Team A would create a diversion, Team B would hit the vault while security was looking the other way. We'd grab our payday, regroup, and then get the heck out of there. I'd agree with you, but if we were going in expecting a straight fight, okay, but as a Shadowrunner, you should almost never want to get into one of those. When you're in a job, you're always going to be outnumbered and outgunned. Going quiet is inherently safer than going loud, and splitting the group is what it takes to do that. Anyway, Team A, Hanu and Egret, circle around to the loading dock, just like we planned. Sui and I waited by the service entrance. We didn't have to wait long. A couple of minutes in, we heard this ungodly crash, and another and another. It turns out Egret had rigged into Sean's network an automated forklift. She had 6 of them running amok in the loading dock, chasing down workers and crashing themselves into anything made fragile. Sounds like a good time. I know, right? I wish I could have been there to see it. Egret distraction did what it was supposed to do. As Sue and I watched, most of the try guys at the service entrance abandoned their post. Never do that. And went hauling off towards the loading dock. A couple guys with baseball bats stayed back, but we handled them easily enough. We slipped inside and made a beeline for the back of the warehouse where the shiny object was supposed to be. No, actually it was there, just like we thought it'd be. The door was open and everything. The shiny object was sitting there in a thick cradle, gleaming with reflected light, just like the client had said. It had a ring of tails talismans hanging off of it like grass skirt. The paper all crinkled with age. We didn't waste any time. I reached in and grabbed the thing. It felt strange through my glove. The jade sort of pulsed as if it had a heartbeat. Yeah, tell me about it. I wanted to drop the thing, but it was our payday, so I slipped it into a satchel instead. I couldn't get the flap closed quickly enough. Package being secured, so when I turned to hightail out of there, and then things went to poop. No, the shiny object. Oh, man, shoot you. He was standing there right in front of us, larger than life, and I'm guessing that when he heard the commotion in the loading dock, he'd come running waddling to make sure that his stretcher was safe. As it turned out, it wasn't, because I already stolen the thing. He looked displeased. What do you think we did? He had our backs to a wall. We lit the old bastard up. It was pretty epic, truth be told. Spirits were summoned, spells were discharged. The ball door sealed behind Chuan like something out of a movie. At one point, the old man leapt into Sue's back and tried to bite his ear off. I won't bore you with any play-by-play of how the fight went down. In the end, we crushed them. Unfortunately, the fighting had caused some collateral damage. At some point during a showdown with Chuan, the control panel for the ball door must have eaten an arc of lightning or the blast of a powerball. It was toast, all black and melted, and neither of us could fix it. Yep, about the size of it, and it was only a matter of time before the old man's remaining security guys found us in there. There was still one way out, a ventilation duct up high in the rafters, but it was too small for Sui to fit through. He was a troll after all. I had the shiny object, but if I left Sui there and security got to him, well, you do the math. So here's the conundrum. I've got our payday in my satchel. The team is split. It's inevitable that more Triad 49ers are going to find us, but we don't know when or how many. Egret and Honu are holding their own in the loading dock for now. I can stay with Sui to help fight off the inevitable wave of Triad 49ers, but we'll be badly outmatched, like badly. The odds of survival won't look good for either of us. If Egret weren't pinned down in the loading dock, she could probably get the vault door open, but in order to get her, I'll have to leave Sui alone in the vault. If Shu Yan's reinforcement finds Sui before I get back with Egret, well. So that's the scenario, Seattle. Not a lot to work with. Now tell me, what should I do? Well, you got a dangerous magical artifact in a pouch, right? I tried to use it. That's the most stylish answer, isn't it? Just audacious enough to be fun. It popped into my head right then and there, same as it did yours. So that's what I did. No hesitations. I just made it happen. It was almost like Sui has been waiting for me to pass him the thing. He seemed eager to take it. He hugged that chunk of rock to his chest like a newborn baby. Color swam in the stone and something changed in his eyes. Then old man Sean 49er reached the door and Sui unleashed hell. What went down in that room? Well, I've only seen that kind of carnage a couple of times in my life, and I've been running the Shadows years. Those Triad's men were torn to scraps by the end of it. Don't think I'll ever forget the sounds that they made. I spent most of the night huddled up in the corner for my own safety. Oh wow, she was just watching it, her friend just ripping them apart, tearing heads off. What Sui let loose from the store didn't seem terribly interested in discriminating between friend and foe. Right, exactly. So we waited for the pets that Sui summoned and Sean 49ers to swap each other out. It didn't take that long. We waited for things to calm down in the vault and for the things to go slithering away. I think that Sui had some limited control over them, which is why they didn't eat us. After they were gone, Sui gave the shiny object back. I put it in my satchel and we bailed. We collected the others on the way out. We were blissfully ignorant of what happened on the other side of the warehouse, and I didn't see a reason to change that. We hightailed it back to the docks and caught the first boat back to the sinking ship. Mission accomplished. From what I'm told, people still avoid Shu Yang's warehouse like the plague. It's supposed to be haunted even to this day. People who set foot in the building keep turning up dead. Pretty sure I'm one of the only living people who knows why. Anyway, that's it. Lesson's over. If you got any questions, go ahead. Yeah, sure. The story's over, so we can get right into it. I moved into the sinking ship when I was just a kid. I think that I was 12, maybe 13-year-old at the time. In the beginning, it was just me and a couple of rat shaman friends, Catman and Malvina. They were older, but they were always cool to me. Not terribly, no. I mean, we had lodges, same as any other group of shamans. You could actually find a few of us hanging out in those. I guess that there was just something special about our little group, or maybe about the sinking ship. We liked it. We felt at home there. Didn't hear that the sinking ship was well stocked and provisioned when we found it either. And don't look at me like that. It was abandoned when we took it. There was a team of Shadowrunners that had lived on the thing before us, but they beat it on a job. Cat and Mal heard the knock of opportunity, and they claimed the raft for rat in record time. Taking over the sinking ship wasn't an easy job, mind you. The previous owners had installed traps and automated defenses all over the raft. Cat had his hand full with those for a month. The usual stuff, explosive, pop turrets, that kind of thing. Cat and his sister Jasmine took care of most of it without trouble. The biggest problems were the scuttling charges. The runners who built the raft had installed this explosive all along the perimeter that'll rip the bottom out of the thing if it were seized by the police. The explosives were tricky to deal with. Cat was able to disarm them, but we had to leave them where they were. It was always just slightly uncomfortable knowing that I was sleeping on top of a couple 100 pounds of dormant explosive. Hey, like I said, it was free. There weren't really even any rules to follow, which suited me fine. Malvina was sort of the leader of our little nest, but we never really listened to her. She was always trying to play the mom card, instill a sense of responsibility into us. It was cute. She did have a propensity for getting things done, though. I have to give her that. Anyway, after a few months, other people started showing up. Squatters, homeless people, Shadowrunners, and assorted crazies. As long as they stayed cool with us, we were cool with them. Eventually, it became a community. Imagine that. I don't know, maybe. Never really thought about it before, but yeah, maybe. I guess that I'm a water rat now. There was when I started telling you. I thought I was gonna tell you to be comfortable with breaking the rules. I don't think I'm gonna say that now though. I'm not feeling it anymore. Why not? At least they didn't stay that way for long. But let's leave that for next time, huh? I don't want to get into it just now. Okay. Well, we were done with the story, so I don't know. But I still feel bad about it. So look, I'll make you a deal. Your next lesson will definitely be on point, and I'll tell you what it's about up front. No more questions and answer sessions. Fine by me. Yeah. All right. So, if I'm not mistaken, that raft, we're gonna visit it. It's gonna be a fun mission, a spooky but fun mission. So we're gonna do on our next stream Isobel's mission. We don't wanna not do those missions because usually we get something good out of it, like they learn like a special skill, or they earn a better weapon. Like the rector, he's gonna get some technology back that's probably gonna help us. Oh man, you remember that Megatrade movie was snuck into that one time? The one we were in movie in Chicago? That one completely freaked me out. I slept with the dumpster lit shut for a week. But that brought back such hideous memories. I still can't believe that you made a deal with that thing. I mean, it was a mummy, Asuka. You don't make deals with mummies. I can't believe I just said that. I didn't know that Shadowrun has dealt with crap like this. Can't say I'm a fan, Asuka. Not even a little bit. Anyway, enough about that. Need anything else? Need something? Are you gonna be okay? Yep, just trying to myself. Maintain pacing helps. Been thinking about Josephine Tsang. What she did to our family. What she did to Carter. Josephine Tsang. I don't like that word. But yeah, Josephine Tsang. Stupid Josephine Tsang. Good, because when we do, the old Duncan is coming out and play. I like my boy Duncan. He's cool. Here's what we do. We walk into Tsang headquarters and ask for the boss. When she comes down, we grab her, take her somewhere quiet, ask if she had Carter and those runners killed, find out what happened to Raymond, whether she's alive or dead. What happens next is up to her. You want to kidnap a member of the Hong Kong Executive Council while there's an APB out on us? It's bold. They'll never see it coming. This is the way to go, my way. Now, where have I heard that before? What, my way? That's right. There's one way this is gonna go. Oh crap, that's what Ray used to say. Raymond Black, our benevolent dictator. No questioning his rules, no falling short of his expectations. It was his way or the wrong way. Oh man, do you think? You remember what happened a few years after we moved out of the squad into his house? The thing with Double Trey and Lockjaw when he accused us of relapsing back into our old ways? Man, that was when Ray's authority finally got tested. When I finally stood up for him. It was a sight to behold, that's for sure. I didn't listen, he didn't listen, then we butted heads, same as always. But that one was the worst. Good thing you were there to stop it. Okay, Miss Langley, we don't need to do things my way. No need for us to butt heads. And on that note, I'm gonna have to ask you to clear out. It's been another long day. Yeah, I hear you. Catch you then. Alright. Let's have that dream. See if it's a spooky dream. And then we can... Well, you know what? I want my money. Hold on. Hold on. Hey Seattle, I think I gotta add a little context to that thing between Auntie and Josephine Sang. The thing that makes Auntie hit the sauce and talk revenge. This is a combo of stuff I heard and stuff I put together myself. So your mileage may vary. For years, the Yellow Lotus acted as a tax collectors within the walled city. Since the walled city was built by Josephine Sang and the Yellow Lotus was run by auntie Cheng, they must have had a working business relationship for a while, at least. From my nightjar told me he was her favorite. You got that right. Auntie was known as a real up and comer back then. She was on the fast track to be the next Yellow Lotus 438. That's a big deal, gig Seattle. Money and power galore. Now, you need to know that there were a lot of triads and corps doing business in the walled city. All sorts of stuff. Sometimes they work together nicely and sometimes people get bloody. The way that I heard it, Auntie came up with some sort of grand plan to consolidate business in the walled city. Power will be split between Yellow Lotus and Sang's company, and everybody else will get a cut out. If her plan worked, Auntie will rise in the Lotus like nobody's business, and Josephine Sang would make long bank. There's a catch though. In order for the plan to work, both women will need to jump through a lot of hoops. There'd be street level maneuvering and power plays on Auntie's side, blackmail on negotiations on corporate level from Josephine Sang. My info gets sketchy here. From what I've pieced together, Sangs went behind Auntie's back and took her plan to her boss, a 438 named Wong Lung Fat. They cut kindly out of her own plan. Why'd Sang do that? My guess is that she saw Aunties as some sort of threat. People in the know say that Wong Lung Fat is weak and greedy. She can be manipulated if her palm remains well greased. Long story short, power was consolidated in the walled city, just like Auntie planned, only she didn't wind up getting any of it. Her climb up the Lotus ladder came to an abrupt halt. She's still a straw sandal, just like she was before Sang backstabbed her, and now she's stuck in here like a fly in an ember. I'd be pissed too if it were me. Oh, okay, so this is the job. Yeah, there's an event coming up in the Romas. As you're reading this message, Decker. Okay, so this is a deck conversion. We're gonna go to a Decker convention. She's looking for rhombus. Enclosed, you'll find a copy of the plan that I worked out. A rescinded bullet. I will provide you and one of the other runner of your choice with visitor passes for the convention. I will proceed ahead of you using my own guest badge. I will hide in the women's lavatory on the first floor. You will enter via the kitchen and procure me a uniform from the catering staff. Please be sure that the uniform is size 4. Oh, I'm gonna forget. I hope it's on the logs. We will rendezvous. I will change into the uniform and, using it, I will infiltrate the administrative wing on the 6th floor. You will proceed into the convention hall and await further instructions. Using the admin computer, I will identify Rhombus via his guest registration form. Once I have done this, I will alert you via comlink. I will upgrade your badge VIP status, granting you access to the VIP wing of the hotel. You will tell Rhombus that he has been granted VIP status and offered to escort him to a complimentary hotel room. You will escort him to a room that I designate and hold him there. I will jack out of the matrix and make my way from the admin wing to your room. We will intimidate Rhombus, beat the tar out of him until he gives us the software. We will tie a gag Rhombus and stuff him into a storage closet. We will not be gentle. It's okay if he starts crying. Actually, please prioritize this. I want to see tears. Software in tow. We will make our escape. I'll take the run. We're gonna do this. We're next stream we're gonna have some fun with Isabel. She looks cute and innocent, but she is fire. She's got some methods. Excellent. I knew that I could count on you. Saddle up. Well, Phoenix is gonna be fun. We'll take that job. And claim payment. Not bad. Not a lot of money, but it's something. Yep. Make more money on eBay, on the future of eBay. Oh, that's a lot. All right, so yeah, starting next stream, we're gonna read through this if I remember. I don't want this to collect, and I will do her mission. All right, so it was a good stream. I enjoyed it. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Again, the plan is we're gonna read through those logs, talk to the rest of the members if they have something to say, do her mission first. If we have time, we'll go to the kidnapping. If not, at least we'll get all that stuff done. This will eventually occur, but that, unless something else comes up. As far as karma goes, let's spend some karma. We're at 5. I'm good there. I like that. I like that. Getting etiquettes help a lot though. I might get one more, but not now. Well, if I'm at 5 here, I'm already at 5 here. I guess I have this to do. Oh, this is the max for humans, I think. Oh no, because I have to get the intelligence up, that's why. But I think I'm good enough at 4 here. Let's have our dream. Building up character, your character, okay. You wake with a start. Once again, you're tangled in your sheets, drenched in sweat. Your throat feels like it's on fire. You can't remember what your dreams were about, not precisely, but again you feel that yearning sensation, the emptiness in your gut and in your chest, your head throbbing. You heave yourself out of bed. Oh, that was it. Looks like we're still having nightmares. Ooh. We got stuff to do on our next stream, which it should be tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Alright, hope you guys have a good night, good day. Stay safe, be happy, make other people happy. Like, subscribe, share, hit that bell. I hope you've been enjoying this stream. Stick around for Mario Kart, my hour of Mario Kart. And remember, always seek for happiness. Look, if I can do it, you can do it. Share something to the world, make someone happy. Even if it's for family members, or maybe you have siblings, smaller siblings, or cousins or nephews. You want to do something fun. It's easy, it's not that expensive to start. Find a hobby that you want to show off, and someone might like it, you never know. Till next time. It's good to have a hobby.